Okay, let's get into your read for 2020 in January. Now, I've looked at your astrological placements and I've pulled the cards, and 3 crystals came out for you on top of the ones that I'm going to recommend for 2020. Now, the nodes are changing in March into Gemini and Sagittarius, which are going to take on themes. We're still going to have the Cancer Capricorn nodal energy playing out, plus the eclipse in January. So there's various areas that are going to pop up for you. And the one area I want you guys to be mindful for, which is really going to be with you guys for the next 7 years. It is for 8 years, and uniquely it is in your 8th house placement, which is really unique. And what I'm tuning into is very much in a pain body experience, because Chiron is all about the wounds and the healing in it. And I am feeling this can link back to your solar plexus and sacral chakra, but it also can link in with the afterlife of the 12th house. The reason I'm saying that is because it falls in the 8th house, being life, death, money, legacies, and will, and the ability to rebuild. So your mindset and your conditioning is very much linking in with this. This can be linked to people that have passed over, your mindset, your healing, and it doesn't have to be just from that point. Although when the pain body experience occurs, it's very much connected in with childhood, which will be your sacral chakra and your solar plexus, your ability to have the power within situations, your childhood, the solar plexus, the inner child, and the wounding that occurs there. So balancing out those chakra points at the beginning of January is really going to be beneficial. But when you're regressing back or external to you, when a trigger comes up, it could be other people losing people. It could be the mindset and conditioning that you have towards life and what you can achieve. The blockages in those areas will really be the thing that will come up in the trigger point, okay? But you're really having the next 7 years dealing with that aspect in that house for you guys particularly. So really evolving through that. And it's unique that we're starting a new decade and you're moving through this energy and you have 7 years of it left. Now, traditionally, Chiron stays in a zodiac sign for around 2 years, but in Aries it does stay a lot longer because we have more work to do. So taking on that frequency and looking at those things of where and how you directly can do things to change those situations and diffuse that pain body experience and make peace with it is very important. So it can be 3 weeks, 3 years, 3 months. Again, there's 3 energy coming through as your crowning energy, and there's 3 crystals. I do feel you guys overall in 2020 are really making major plans, really making 3 major areas of your life, wanting to change them. Now, with the conjunction with Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, it's falling in your 5th house. Now, your 5th house is to do with your romance, birth, children, and luck. And it's unique that that's so, because with the eclipse in Cancer, which is close by, it's still the themes of feminine energy, your intuition, home-related dynamics, children, romance, etc. So it's a very common theme coming up for you guys. Even the expansion planet of Jupiter is in the very similar 5th house placement for you guys. Neptune in Pisces is in your 7th house. So in a sense of your dreams, your innovation, the way you're seeing things, delusions, illusions, etc. Being that it's in your 7th house, again, it is very much connected to marriages, contracts, and partnerships and what they directly mean to you. And again, from your conditioning of childhood, you might be addressing them in a very unique way now. You may be looking at them and really having to work through those things. And so when these pain body experiences come up, sometimes we don't even know that they're occurring in different levels, different areas. But it can be where your conditioning from childhood is really evolving and changing, and where you're making peace with yourself for the uniquity of what you are and who you are within your connections and your tribe and the people that you're mixing with. Now, the 11th house in Cancer for you guys falls in your friends, clubs, associates, and aspirations. So with the eclipse energy, when it does come to your family and your home, I do feel there potentially could be something that is changing, okay? And some set of events, potentially with Saturn-Pluto conjunction, could be bringing about, with your connections of romance, birth, children, and luck, a dynamic where some of these hopes and dreams are changing, and it can be due to what your path potentially has been to date, as to what it is right now and what foundation you're building and what direction you're going in. But I do feel a splitting of energies where you're dealing with three major areas of life. Three major areas of life. Now, the crowning stones, I would highly recommend onyx, tourmaline, amethyst. The two stones I mentioned, onyx and tourmaline, are going to help you in a spiritual sense of protection and grounding, especially with this conjunction happening. It can be quite heavy energy. These energies can be playing out on the news. They can be playing out directly in your own personal life. Again, with it being your 5th house, linking in with the people in your life, your romantic partner, your childhood parents, your children, and the way you're looking at the Jupiter energy, again, your luck, okay, and your growth. The first card you've got as a crowning energy, and I'll try and get my hand off the actual, got to get it centered. It is easy for me to maintain overall well-being with conscious habits of health. Let me have a look. Again, very separately, one area I didn't mention is Uranus and Taurus, which is going direct this month. Now, this falls in your 9th house of religion, education, foreign countries, and travel. And the amethyst is really going to help with that, okay? It's really asking us to transform in these areas. You can find that you're mixing, especially with your 11th house activation of aspirations, friends, clubs, and associates. You're changing the way you link in with people. Now, this can be also in a pain body experience connected to a person passing over, linking in with a foreign country and information coming in. It also very uniquely can be linking in with your belief systems and paradigms evolving, and do they mesh with people you're mixing with right now? Again, a lot of conditioning coming up. And really are making peace with those situations that it's okay for you to be uniquely you and other people uniquely them. And I'm hearing piggy in the middle. Now, for the first card, it is easy for me to maintain overall well-being with conscious habits and health. I do feel some of you guys into January are on a health kick, okay? You're looking at things and you're wanting to get your health back on track. You're choosing healthy people, healthy things, and healthy plans. And it can even be setting the tone for what you're wanting to move into 2020 with. Maintaining a healthy heart improves beliefs about good health and overall well-being. Increase healthy outlook on all levels: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. 12th house and time, which again is connecting in with. It may be due to health-related dynamics. And again, I am seeing with life, death, money, legacy. The legacy energy can also be inherited conditions, etc. So it can be that you're looking at things and you're looking at your DNA, you're looking at people in your environment that you're related to, and health-related dynamics that have come up for them, especially since the energy, the eclipses in Cancer, family, okay? Empath, feminines, making sure your health checks are up to date. Also, due to conditions that previous relatives might have had, really turning over that new leaf so that you can manage those conditions should you actually inherently connect. It could be diabetes, blood pressure, heart-related dynamics, and really turning over a new leaf to look after your health in those areas. But it can be things to that degree, and your mindset and conditioning is changing due to it. But not necessarily does it mean that the pattern that you're actually going to have those things, okay? But with that energy, your beliefs and the healing could be coming up in that area too. I recognise repetitious patterns and choose love, compassion, and kindness. You've got malachite, okay? Create healthy patterns in relationships. Connect with the sweetness of life. Maintain heart-centered awareness. Get to the heart of the matter. Again, healing very much connected to the areas that I'm going to mention further down on the road. The next card. Jasper. I've got to get the angle right. My life glides forward with ease. I am mindful, I think and act with positive energy. Like attracts like. Unlimited possibilities, which is almost like the Fool card leaping forward. Relax into the flow of a happy life. What goes around comes around. Attract goodness and love. Interesting. Let's get into your read. So those are the gems, but again, I would highly recommend, because of where the pain body experience is, solar plexus, sacral chakra, get some gemstones that are connected with chakras. Balance your chakras before, we move into the eclipse cycle with the conjunction. Stay anchored and grounded. If you do need a read, reach out to one of your readers or your spiritual healers. That can actually help you. It can even be counselling in those areas for the 8th house if you feel it's a real blockage. Because, whatever comes up in a trigger point, it directly blocks us reaching our full potential. So if you do feel energetically it is there, and it has been a point in your life that you've been working on, even health-related dynamics with turning over a new leaf in your health, you might find that spiritually speaking, it's just not the 3D of the eating. It's the spiritual body where the blockages are. So if you feel that in your solar plexus and sacral chakra, this is just an example, where the middle section of your body, you're trying to maintain healthy eating. That could have been heart chakra, with diet and the green foods, etc. It might have been intestinal related dynamics going on. The chakras in a blockage in a spiritual sense can really come down to the things that we've dealt with in life, and we hold that frequency inside us. So if you've been finding that you're feeling blocked, Reiki and, very alternate ways of doing things can be something you physically could look at, but never discount the actual medical aspect of things and always use your intuition, because I'm not a medical advisor. But it can be where, with the solar plexus, your inner child wounds, where you can retain fluid or, pain body experiences to prevent the health from getting to where you need to be. You get my gist. Let's proceed forward. Okay, so in your financial sector, and this is the things you're working on, the money you're putting into things, the way you're investing in connections, right? You've got Temperance. Now with Temperance, I'm feeling as though you guys are being very cautious now. Again, this can be due to past tense situations, but you're taking a healthy approach to things. This is with your food. It's the way you are investing in yourself and other people. You're making healthy boundaries. Also in a financial sense, you're looking at your budget and you're changing it. You're really looking at what you physically can do if things aren't potentially coming together. You've got reunion, but this is very much in the financial domain. How things aren't coming together the way you'd like and what you'd need to do to move those situations forward. I do feel you have faith in the divine, but it's also about having faith in yourself and looking at what you potentially can do. And I'm going to hyperlink these all back. Now, there is a change in direction with your career. And some of you may have felt that, especially with your romance, birth, children, luck, that these dynamics coming through for you, some of your hopes and dreams are really changing. Now, I do feel by March, because the nodes are changing into Gemini, you do have your employment sector being activated. And this is where I feel physically for a lot of you, you might find the energy coming through where you're tuning into it and you're doing work up to that point. Eclipse cycles have the residue energy of 6 months. But I do feel, in a sense, it's really going to come up quite heightened in March for you guys, where you do end up needing to change direction, looking at things very differently, and maybe having more tools at your disposition to change the dynamics of what you're working on and how you're looking at things. Also, for you and the things you've dealt with, this is where things are going to come together more so. Things will really be moving. So if potentially you're doing fine-tuning in situations and you're trying to balance everything out and get the health check in every area of your life in balance, I feel it will be most effective by then. That's not to say that the consistency that you're putting into it, you're not going to reap the rewards now. But it is a change in direction and plans and looking at things. And with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn, I do feel it's going to highlight those areas for you. And the areas potentially that may be highlighted is where you need to get home-related environment and your pain body experiences and potentially love all in balance, so that the opening of that door and the new way to apply yourself into your career is going to balance out more effectively. Now, in your tribe, you have the Knight of Wands. And this is a deeply passionate energy, but it's also feeling quite restless where you're trying to achieve certain things, needing to really make a very, very quick decision at a drop of a hat. So this can be an offer coming in. It can also be where situations of the connection and movement within relationships and contracts are coming through for you. 3 cards. I'm telling you, 3 major areas. New friends coming in, new acquaintances, new people, and not having to wait. Okay, it's really going to come in very quickly. But you're going to have about 3 balls in the air when it does come to this month, because most of the energies that are coming through are in units of 3, so 3 direct areas. And no, I'm not feeling third-party energy. I'm really feeling 3 major energies playing out in your life. Now, in love, you've got the Knight of Cups. I feel the real key to this situation for you is to be playful. Be playful in the way you directly link in with yourself, as well as the things that you love. Take the playful approach, and I feel it's really going to help the flow of situations. Also network with people that bring out that energy in you. And again, I do feel really with all 3 areas of your life that you're majorly tuning into, because there's 3 people on the card. Really be playful with her. It can be with your work, with a child, with a love interest, with your inner child wounds. Be playful with the energy to bring the best out of the situation. I'm also hearing and seeing that comedy is therapy for the soul. Looking at the funny things and the lighter things in life, because especially with heart chakra, it can be where, the passion and the love and the laws of attraction are a healthy heart. But it's also in doing things and placing energy with solar plexus and the sacral chakra into the things you love to get the best out of situations, because we're manifesting them at a higher frequency level where we're doing things that we're passionate about. Now, in your dream state, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And I do feel you're very, very focused on abundance in life, creating the better things, potentially even looking at brighter days and your finances and your status. And it's unique because with the nose turning through to Gemini in your 10th house, it's going to be an opportunity point where you can really shine. And I'm finding this to be really positive. So, but, also deal with the wounds, so that you won't be standing in your way. Don't hinder yourself from reaching this potential, okay? Because it is the area where your belief systems and your emotional vibrations can directly impact you. It's not just how these opportunities come to us, it's how we apply ourselves to the opportunities with full steam. Now, in the karmic energy, it's really unique that you have the Lovers. There could be a situation playing out that needs to resolve. This could be an energy that they're directly dealing with. It potentially could be that they are a Cancer or a Capricorn. Or directly these eclipse cycles, from last month to now, are playing out to transform some situations for you in your own personal life moving forward. But bringing things together, bringing, your contracts, your partnerships, things full circle together. You also could be quite confused, and I feel this is very spiritual. You could be very confused as to a connection you're in. All of us do go through that where we think to ourselves, are we looking at this correctly? Are we the karmic energy? Yes and no. I mean, karmic energy is directly like attracting like. So a spiritual connection is a very spiritual connection. And 9 times out of 10, you tend to trigger yourselves a lot more, as well as within the connection, be it you're together or not. Energies and situations can trigger you. So you've got, some of you might feel in this karmic sense that you were betrayed, okay? Now, I'm going to pull another card on that because there's an interesting message coming through. Now, this can be to do with work. I'm feeling that, okay, you guys may be wondering if you can have it all. So you may be feeling somehow you're letting a person down. And the karmic frequency isn't actually them. It's the given situation that's playing out. So energetically, you've got Mercury energy, honesty in reverse. This can be a situation happened and it's resolving. It's the past and you're healing through it. It doesn't have to be the physical person any longer. It could be a past tense scenario. Remember I mentioned inner healing of life, death, money, legacies, the ability to rebuild, which is almost like Pluto energy. But it's releasing a situation, that happened in the past in connections. It can also be connected to mother-father energy. And, the lack of loyalty in situations and the lack of honesty in situations and letting that go that it doesn't directly define you. Especially with your 9th house activation with Uranus and Taurus, it can be a surprise of a person coming back from the past. And their belief systems could be very different to yours, so the questioning of that energy could be coming through. But regardless, there is an energy playing out where some of you are feeling somehow that you're letting a partnership down because you're trying to be too many things to too many people. And you don't want to let them down, but it could be them feeling guilty. And I feel you're mirroring each other. So however this may, again, it's the past is actually holding you back. Let the past go. Look at the new plan moving forward as to how you're going to move away from those situations. And, with working with what you have, build upon that. Now, the unseen is the 6 of Cups in reverse. And there could be a little bit of push-pull going on where both parties or energies around you are healing, okay? And when I'm saying healing, it could be a bit of ego going on where neither one wants to really talk about a financial situation, a work-related dynamic, a balance in the situation, or how much is being given by both energies, okay? And this feels quite romantic orientated. Your crowning energy is luck in reverse. And this can be how you're going to change the situation within your romance moving forward. Yeah. This is hope in reverse. Why is hope in reverse? Ooh. Okay. My foot's fallen asleep. Okay, you've got falseness in reverse. You're saying the truth of the situation. What is this? What? You guys are making me work for this, right? Okay. I probably don't need any more clarifiers from here because I really know what's going on. Okay, there is a situation playing out. Now, all of your cards, Virgo, are upright, apart from the crowning energy. So your mindset connected to this partnered energy, love interest energy, is very much, you know that what is yours will never be taken. Okay, you've got theft in reverse because you have faith that anything that's supposed to be yours is truly yours. But you felt you haven't had the most luck. I do feel you guys feel quite lucky to have this person who you're tuning into. Some things in the connection or with past tense people might not have been so great. Something's going to come up around this moon phase connected to the past. This can also be a past tense person coming back for those of you not in connection. Others of you, it can be a situation playing out around the eclipse. You've got to pay attention to the signs, okay? Trust your intuition how to navigate through these scenarios playing out around the Capricorn and Pluto conjunction and with the eclipse. And I feel some of that energy you were getting an intuitive feeling last month. Now, this is where, at the heart of it, knowing that you can move through anything, knowing that whatever is playing out is going to create a solution because this is a change in direction. It's deeply spiritual. It can be signs. and synchronicities from the divine as to what these are. But also, again, I just keep hearing intuition, deeply intuitive about a hunch that you have connected to this person. Now, also, you have, again, two situations playing out, as well as an external scenario. Now, this is a proposal or a business venture. There potentially are some changes going on with you. You're meditating upon it. You're looking at the situation and you're wondering how to apply yourself, how this is going to come in. For those of you in not connection, again, similar energy. Something hasn't completely transformed yet. But again, the cycle coming up, I do find it deeply karmic. But it's where one or the other energies passed a karmic test. But both energies, I feel the energy of the Gemini nodes coming through, where with the 10th house and the 4th house, because we've got Sagittarius, it's how your health potentially, Virgo, can directly be impacted. Between now and March, those energies and slight residue frequencies are going to start coming through. So spiritually speaking, you know, in order to grow, are you able to grow in these situations within this connection? And again, the pain body experience coming up in the 8th house of your conditioning can be really blocking you. So by working on that and being mindful of it, it's really going to assist when you're dealing with conflict within connections and within this direct connection. You are having the movement forward. This is at the heart of it, both of you in the foundation. You've got full heart. So both parties are having this new beginning, and it is starting and turning over a new leaf. Now, all their cards, apart from the crowning energies in reverse, so they're deeply in their crown chakra, which is unique because the last read I did was Aquarius, and they do have 12th house placement. So it's either they're deeply, deeply intuitive, and I'm not going to pick signs because this is very much, you know, reading into the Virgo frequency and the cards coming through for their partnered energy. This is either at a telepathic, energetic, or physical level. There is travel, right? There's movement. There's a knowingness this person has. The energy I'm feeling with them, though, each card, past, present, future, is all to do with the past, right? They're very, very stuck. But it's can be direct communication because, you know, this energy, especially with the blue coming through, I'm going to pull the plane. A journey is indicated, which is very Mercury, which is very Gemini node energy, right? At a 3D or communication, it's Mercury energy. So they're actually not talking about it, they're thinking about it. Their actions and their words are needing to match. So, say Mercury energy. Not talking about it, just really thinking about it. So you are picking up on this energy. Now, their past tense position, they've got to do with love in the past, the way things were. Some of the things made them a little bit unhappy and can be separate to you or directly connected, however it's going to resonate. But there's a situation how they may have felt maybe they weren't able to shine the way they would have liked to, and potentially you as well, due to external situations going on. Now, also around Christmas, New Year's, again, financial related dynamics and the way they invest in things really came up into their mind's eye, really meditating upon those things and how they wanted to change things. Feeling as though they really needed a break, but also feeling they wanted to bring more blessings into their own life and a lot more healing, because they've got fortune in reverse and celebration in reverse. So potentially at the heart of it, either a new situation is playing out, which is going to cause you, Virgo, to need to change plans and directions, but know through this adversity, it's a delayed celebration, right? This can be a delay of finances coming in, but they are coming in. Keep working on what you're doing and things are going to balance out. At the same time, you've got Cracker in reverse on their side. And again, I pull clarifies. And it is to do with this excessive work, you know, working hard, spiritual healing, melancholia, deep upgrades in energy, deep spirituality. This isn't over though, okay? Death in reverse. So your situation at a karmic level has been playing out for a while and it's been causing exhaustion. There has been a lot of responsibilities, but both of you are proceeding forward. Okay. Yeah, a home-related environment. So for some of you, there can be a change. I really highly recommend, regardless of whether you're living with this person, balance your chakras, smudge stick your house, and do some meditation on this, because again, you got home in reverse. There is a move of home for some of you. I do feel the home potentially it may be something very simple to actually change the vibration of your surroundings, and regardless of be it you're with them or not, your vibration when you're tuning into people is very psychic, so you directly can send that signal to that energy even if they're not living with you. But there's a home related dynamic, and it feels like feng shui off, or a dynamic of changing furniture around, or a physical house move, right? Follow your intuition with it, and I feel this is advice for you, Virgo, right? Follow your intuition. Again, it's going to change. Again, red, and intuition. Follow your intuition with this, because the physical health is not only connecting in with your routine, your day-to-day activities, but it's also to do with allowing change to naturally progress. And, you know, the Pluto energy is a mate way of that situation happening. Everything is infinitely changing. It doesn't mean that the foundation has to end. Okay, 3 overall messages from the romantic interest. And I'm going to read them upright. Okay, they're allowing a cycle of the past to go. They're directly following their intuition. They're seeing signs and synchronicities, but they also agree in their life and yours that this is a very spiritually transformative time, and they're having the patience. They also know that their attitude, they might be feeling their attitude isn't shining, or it could be yours, because energies can shift. But success and emotional fulfillment are going to be yours, right? But allowing an old cycle to go. The messages the divine are giving you, which is the mind, right? You need to trust in them. This can be when you're staying up late at night, you're problem solving. It can even be because I'm feeling it's like somebody needs to break the ice. If you're in communication, this conversation is going to come up. But follow your intuition, hear what's being said. Then allowing certain situations that are destiny, because this almost looks like, you know, destined, right? Written in the stars. Slow down, change your attitude, and clear your mind. Be flexible with what you're tuning into. Okay, the mind card breaks down to an 11, and the 11th house is the nodes in Cancer with the eclipse. And again, with the groups and the people you're mixing with, this could have been affecting the connection. Again, it might be their mindsets directly changing and helping you look at things differently. But this is a huge transformation happening. There can be a family-related dynamic again. It's just not talking about it, okay? Both energies are tuning into this and not wanting to talk about it and allowing this process to go through. But I do feel after the fact, especially the love interest energy, I feel they're going to look at things differently. I feel they need to let things play out. Both of you are mirroring each other in a sense of healing, be it you're together or not. But there is a scenario where you, Virgo, do need to really, really trust your intuition, because I feel you know how this is going to play out. It's just something you haven't spoken about, but I do feel you're going to articulate it. This could cause conflict. Whatever this aha epiphany moment is that you have had, because I feel have had, not having, it can be worked through. It can be worked through, and a resolution will be found. All the cards are articulating that. I'll see you during the month.